On Christmas evening, a little psychopath tries to seduce his babysitter, but things exceed all limits. It's a beautiful Christmas day outside. The girl in the car is Ashley, and she's heading to the Lerner family home. Today, she has to babysit their 12-year-old son, Luke. The boy has feelings for Ashley and would like to seduce her tonight. In fact, he's planning the whole thing together with his friend Garrett. Garrett thinks that Luke is too young for her, but nothing can stop Luke. Ashley has finally arrived, and Mr. Lerner welcomes her with his Christmas tie. This will be Ashley's last night with the Lerner family, as she is moving to another city in a few days. Mrs. Lerner informs Ashley that Luke has started sleepwalking, so she has to put a pencil on the doorknob to know if he's in his room at night. As soon as Luke's parents left, Luke suggests watching a movie, but Ashley has to make a phone call to her boyfriend, Ricky. Ashley tells him to go to his room and play video games. While talking on the phone, suddenly a spider walks towards Ashley's hand. She screams for help, and Luke calmly walks over and catches the spider in a jar. After putting the clothes in the washing machine, Ashley sets out to watch a movie. Behind her, Luke appears with a bottle of champagne. To impress her, he starts drinking, but Ashley takes the bottle from him. She heads to the kitchen to empty the bottle and closes the backyard door. While emptying the bottle, Ashley receives a call from Ricky. The two begin to argue, and Ashley starts to drink the champagne, but is caught by Luke. The little devil doesn't break away from her for a moment. The landline started calling, but no one was answering. After that, Ashley starts watching a horror movie with Luke. The boy tells her that she shouldn't date someone like Ricky. She, on the other hand, said that Ricky is a good guy. While she was playing with her hair, Ashley said that if she and Luke were the same age, they would be dating. Ashley remembered that she didn't order the pizza, and at the same time, the pizza guy rang the doorbell. Ashley says that she didn't order it, but Luke assumes his father arranged it. Romantic Luke lit the candles and the two began to eat. The boy rests his head on Ashley's shoulder and puts his hand on her thigh. In short, he tries to seduce her. As they watch the horror movie, Ashley hears a noise. During a scene of the movie, Ashley takes Luke's hand, and he thinks it's the right time. He tries to kiss her, but Ashley pushes him away. The phone rings again, and this time, a deep robotic voice says that he sees them. Ashley approaches the window, but sees no one. She heads to the kitchen and notices the backyard door once again open. She quickly closes it and asks Luke to hand her the phone, but he accidentally throws it into the aquarium. Then, a knock is heard on the door. They can't see anyone. Luke opens the door to impress her one more time, and Garrett pops up from outside. Ashley and Luke think it was Garrett making the noises, but then they hear a window smash. Ashley closes the door and grabs a knife. The three head upstairs and find the brick that smashed the window. Ashley uses Garrett's phone to call 911, but gets no answer. She then discovers that the internet connection has been cut off. The security system wasn't working either, and Ashley's car had been sabotaged. Garrett comes down the stairs with a brick in his hand, showing that there was a message for them on one side. A bright light shines outside the house, and the frightened Garrett walks out. After a few seconds, he is shot and falls to the ground. Terrified, Ashley re-enters the house and falls with Luke on the floor. Ashley suggests going upstairs and screaming out the window to be heard by the neighbors. But someone had broken into the house, and the two headed into the attic. In the darkness, Ashley feels something walk up to her neck. She falls on her back, but is saved in time by Luke. A spider was walking on her face, and Luke tried to calm her down. Ashley is panicking, but Luke gets the situation under control and goes to get his father's gun. They hid behind a door as a man with a rifle entered the room. After that, they hid in the closet, and Luke's accidentally set off a toy. The intruder entered the room and checked under the bed, but Ashley realizes that the man's mask belonged to Luke. Ashley realizes that they staged the whole thing, and that the intruder was actually Garrett. The girl is in a rage, learning that Luke did it to seduce her. She tells him that he needs a therapist, and leaves the room to call his parents. As she was about to leave, the little creep stops her and slaps her in the face. Ashley falls down the stairs and is knocked unconscious. Ashley then wakes up taped to a chair. Luke is playing with her, threatening her with a gun. He forces her to play truth or dare. Garrett gives Luke a dare of touching Ashley's chest. Luke accepts the dare and is laughed at by Garrett. An argument arises between the two kids, and Garrett is removed from the game and leaves. Luke reaches him, and in the process, Ashley calls for help with a flashlight. The two guys re-enter the room and force Ashley to drink the alcohol to forget everything. Ashley hits the bottle with the head and smashes it on the floor. Right away, someone rang the doorbell. Ashley screamed, and Garrett plugged her mouth. Luke turns on the music and discovers that Ricky has arrived. The kid tries to send him away, saying that Ashley doesn't want to see him. Ricky wants to pass some flowers to him and manages to get into the house. Ashley tries to make noise, but Garrett gets in the way, and Luke tells Ricky that Ashley is upstairs. Ashley finds a piece of glass and then is placed back up by Garrett. Upstairs, as Ricky looks for Ashley, Luke hits him with a baseball bat. Ricky was still conscious and managed to stop another hit. Ricky knocks Luke to the floor, but the latter finds the pencil under the mat and sticks it in Ricky's cheek. As he was about to hit Luke with a baseball bat, Garrett threatened him with the shotgun. Ricky let go of the baseball bat, after which Luke stood up and hit him in the head. Ricky lost consciousness and began to bleed. Luke and Garrett started cleaning up the blood and tied Ricky to the chair. Ashley doesn't understand why Ricky showed up. Then it is revealed that it was Luke who texted him with Ashley's phone. Garrett didn't know about this part of the plan and wanted to end the whole thing as soon as possible. Luke pulls out Ashley's phone and forces her to invite her ex, Jeremy, too. Despite the threats, Ashley refuses and Luke decides to call him on his own. Luke invited Jeremy over to his house and said that Ashley wanted to talk to him. In the process, Ashley was cutting the tape with a piece of glass and accidentally cut herself. Ricky noticed the blood and pissed himself to distract Luke. The kid began to clean up, and as he was throwing out the trash, Ashley began to cut the tape on her right foot. Luke re-entered the house and smelled marijuana. Garrett was smoking in the other room. Luke returned to the kitchen with Garrett and forced Ricky to smoke. The kids were amused to see the smoke coming out of the hole in Ricky's cheek. Soon after, Luke wanted to show his friend Garrett what happens if a person is hit in the head by a paint can, explicitly drawing inspiration from a scene in Home Alone. Garrett, however, being skeptical, urges his friend to stop. Ashley, who in the meantime has freed herself using the piece of glass, intervenes, but it's too late. Luke drops the paint can which hit Ricky's head, killing him instantly. Ashley manages to get the gun, but discovers that it is unloaded, so she starts to run for help. In the backyard, Ashley is shot by a paintball gun and falls tripping. Garrett catches up to her and tries to stop her, but Ashley manages to get free. Ashley climbs over the wall, and while running, is hit by a brick. In the process, Luke is listening to a group of carolers. Ashley is brought back into the house, where she is tied up with Christmas lights. Luke enters the house and tries to seduce Ashley again, but is hit between the legs. In the meantime, Jeremy had arrived and was looking for Ashley. Luke greets him in his backyard with a notebook, claiming that the girl wants him to write her a letter of apology. In the meantime, Luke ties a rope around Jeremy's neck and hangs him, lifting and dragging him with a mower. Inside the house, Garrett confesses to Ashley that he doesn't want to hurt her and that he just wanted to scare her for fun. Guilt-ridden, he tries to free her, but Luke arrives and, angry at his friend, shoots him with a shotgun, sending him flying. After that, he approached and shot him a second time. To top it off, Luke stabs Ashley in the neck. At this point, Luke begins to clean the entire house and move all the dirty weapons and used items to his liking in order to stage a jealousy murder between Ashley, her boyfriend, and her ex, framing them perfectly. Returning to bed pretending to be asleep, Luke awaits the arrival of his parents, who contact the police. With the officers in the house, Luke, pretending to be frightened and estranged from the facts, is cuddled by his mother, until it turns out that there was someone left alive. Ashley was able to stop the bleeding with tape. Looking out the window, Luke sees Ashley, being rushed to the hospital as she greets him in her own way. Later, Luke asks his mother to go to the hospital as he is worried about Ashley's health. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then discover a world where if you are single, you are turned into an animal.